Hi, I'm Josh Keeler, a 2013 StarChefs.com Rising Star. You're here at my restaurant, Two Bros Larder in Charleston, South Carolina. Today we are going to be making kind of our version of New England clam chowder, basically built around sunchokes instead of potato and cream base. What we have here is some whey. We have some sunchokes that have been roasted over coals, some local clams from Clammer Dave, a little bit of Benton's bacon, really heavily smoked bacon, some basic Spanish onions, green garlic, which is actually currently in season, and some herbs, which will be making a really nice bright green garlic and herb puree. So what we're going to do here is add about 3 tablespoons of olive oil, and we're going to add about 10 ounces of cubed bacon to our pot and just begin to kind of render this bacon. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to make a little bit of green herb puree. So we're just going to use a little bit of chive as well as a little bit of dill. We're actually going to go ahead and we're going to blanch our green garlic tops. So what we have here is a little bit of julienne white onion, and we also have some of that sliced green garlic bottoms that we did. So what we did to prepare our sunchokes ahead of time was we actually roasted them directly on some coals and then went and peeled them with a paring knife. We're going to add about 4 cups of whey to our dish. But while we're waiting for our sunchokes to cook, we're going to go ahead and we're going to make our herb and green garlic puree. So the Vitamix XL came with 2 containers, a larger and a smaller. We're going to take our herbs out of our ice bath and we're going to squeeze out as much excess water as we can. So we really don't want that blanching water in there, it'll just end up diluting the flavor. We're going to add about a 1/4 cup of olive oil and a 1/4 cup of lemon juice. Even with its smaller container, it still has that larger blade. That larger blade really comes in handy because it really does help puree the herbs that much smoother. So that ends up being less product wasted for me when I do strain the sauce. So we're always going to start on low just to kind of get it moving. All right, so we have kind of a coarse puree, and we're going to add about a cup to a cup and a half of whey. Our sunchoke and bacon mixture is done cooking. We're actually going to pull it off the stove, and we're going to come over here and we're actually going to ladle it from our rondeau into the Vitamix XL container. Now we're using the large container, and it's kind of one stop. I get 1 whole batch of soup in it, 1 whole batch of kind of clam broth. We're going to get it going. Start on nice and low, and we're going to gradually increase the speed. All right, so after pureeing, we have a nice smooth sunchoke puree, and we'll be ready to cook our clams. And we're gonna add about a cup of our sauce. A couple of our clams are starting to open. So as they start to open, we like to pull out the ones that are already cooked. All right, so now that we've finished cooking our clams, we have our sauce over here. And our sauce is really nice, kind of rich. It's a little bit brothy, but still has some nice body to it. So we adjust the seasoning with a little bit of lemon juice. So then we're gonna go and we're actually gonna plate over our clams, and we're actually gonna drizzle it over all of our clams. This is more about the clams and the sunchoke, so we're not trying to overpower them. We're gonna take just a few spoonfuls of our green garlic puree, and we're just gonna drizzle that over the top. And we are going to garnish it with a little bit of chickweed. That is our sunchoke clam chowder.